Okay guys, so today I'm going to, well tonight sort of, I'm making a cold air intake. We're going to fab up the box for it anyway. So you can see here the pod's just sort of in the engine bay. It's not sealed off or anything, so it's just sucking in hot engine air, and engine air can really get up to, well, anywhere from 100 degrees plus in the engine bay, so it's really not good. And hotter air is, more less dense than cold air, and you're not cramming as much air as you can into the cylinders. So with colder air, it's more dense, hence you're cramming more actual air particles, oxygen atoms into the into the cylinders. So what we're going to do is seal this area off with a metal box, and then we're going to insulate that. Because metal will get heat soaked, so it absorbs the heat, and then that'll heat up, which will heat the inside of the box up. So what we're going to do is we're going to first make a box out of cardboard, then transfer it to sheet metal, whip up the box with sheet metal, then we're going to put some insulation around that. We're also going to use high temp silicone to seal the whole box from the rest of the car. Then what I'm also going to do is get some capping. It's like this rubbery plastic capping you put on the edges of things so you don't cut yourself. But what we're going to do is run it around the top, and then have it so it sits about here, and then when you close the bonnet, it'll squish up against the bonnet and seal the top. If you put a top on the box, it's not going to get the air that comes in over the top of the headlight, so you're going to be missing some air, so you don't really want to put a top on it if you can help it. And also it's just some more work. So what we got is some cardboard, some scissors, and I'm just going to make up a shape that'll go from around here and then down here. I'm going to try and make as little cardboard as I can, so I'm going to try and make the box as big as you can. The more volume, the more air. This will fill up with air, and then when you actually cane it, it has enough air to suck in. Otherwise, if you make the box really small, it has like a surge effect. So when you actually throttle it, it doesn't have enough air to be able to suck in that much, and you get loss of power. So we're going to make the box starting from here, or probably off this screw here, and wrap it all the way around here. I'm going to cut a hole in it and then mount it to this Holden drivers, and then fix it onto here and silicone it around. So make the box as big as we can and as sealed as we can. So yeah, better get started. Alrighty, so this is the end product. Sort of. So it's going to seal onto there. It goes all the way down the wheel arch. Not excellent, but I can fill that up with sealer and shit. And I've got to extend that bit down there a little bit. And then this piece is going to go in there, and then this will all be one piece. And then down here, where as if it's exposed here, I can't actually make a cardboard piece to go there, so I'm going to make another piece to go in here, and then like rivet it in. I'll take the pod off when I install it, and then put a piece down there, so it's all covered. So that whole area there will all be covered. Then I'm going to get a little big air inlet that'll go from a tube here right down to the front. Under here I'll make a scoop, so it'll scoop up into here. For now it should be alright, just like how it is, but I'll make a scoop eventually, so it scoops more air in there. And then it comes in air inlet here as well, just behind the light there. So the air comes over the light and goes in there, and then air from the bottom here. But well, I want to make a box like this, it would be better anyway. Even if it's not 100% sealed, it's still going to be shitload better than before. And it'll seal up. Again, I might have to shorten it down, but it should seal up against the bonnet. So sweet. Might cut it out now and test fit it. It's going to be a lot of little cuts, fit again, little cuts, fit again, little cuts, fit again, and then finally just freaking glue it in there with silicone heaps, and yeah, sick. So here's the metal version. Yeah. It's in two pieces because I didn't have enough sheet metal, so I had to spin them sideways and to use as much material as I could to get the length of them, because I couldn't. The sheet metal I had was only about this long, so I had to put them on an angle to be able to get it. And then yeah, that'll overlap there. I'm not going to drill that yet. Now this metal is pretty thin, so it's going to be really easy to manipulate and bend. So you can see it bends real easy. And same goes for all this stuff. So I can't do it with one hand, but yeah, you can cut myself. You can bend all this stuff real easy. So when it comes to putting it in the car, I can just manipulate it and yeah, just bend it all up into the required shape, and then I'll bolt it in, and then put some heat shield over the whole thing once it's all really nice, and silicone it in. And that's all there is to it really. And then I'm going to get some of that capping stuff, put it around the top so it seals against the bonnet. You can get that capping stuff from Bock Gas. They sell like welding stuff, and apparently they sell it there. I'm not really sure what it's used for, but usually you just put it around tops of sheet metal to so you don't cut yourself, and it just makes it look really nice. So, but we got it at work, so I'll just permanently borrow some. Alright, cool. Okay, once you finish, it should look something like this. So just bend it all up and rivet it together, but I haven't put the rivet in fully yet because I still need to adjust this. So once it's fully adjusted in the car, then I'll put the rivet in and secure it into place. Now I still need to make up a plate that will go in here, so I'll make the plate up and pre-drill the holes and roughly rivet it in, and then I'll finally secure it when it's inside the car. I still need to make up some little mounts that will bolt this to certain sections in the car, so I'm going to make a mount off here which will bolt to, I think it's the power steering fluid reservoir, and then another bolt off here which is somewhere near the back of the headlight. Then once that's all bolted in, and I'm sweet with how it is, take it all out again, insulate the whole thing. You can get insulation I think from Clark Rubber, might be able to get it from Bunnings, I'll have a look tomorrow. Insulate the whole thing, and then put it all back in, and then I'm just going to get some silicone and silicone all around the edges, and yeah, that'll be about it. So silicone it all in, and you want to get some high temp silicone or RTV. You don't want standard silicone because on metal it'll make it rust, so you want something that's not going to react with metal. So I think gasket glue would probably do the trick. I'll have to have a look on the packaging. Just you don't want one that'll react with metal because it'll make it rust. So RTV will probably be good. And yeah, just silicone all around, make it really nice and sealed. Then I'll put that capping stuff around the top, and should be sweet. Cool. I'll show you the finished product in like 2 seconds.